This video is for those of you who are thinking of starting a business or about ready to jump into one, and it has to do with my backstory. Maybe if you learn from a couple of things that I did, it'll help you and prepare you, and maybe you decide you don't want to start a business. And I'll make it brief as possible. My first selling job was with a large computer company, Digital Equipment Corporation, and at that time they had about 50,000 people. It was a great experience. I learned a lot about selling and technology. But I also learned that I didn't want to work for a big company. So I prepared myself and said, I want to start a business of my own, but I don't have any experience. I've never taken a business course. I don't know anything really about running a business. I better learn. So I applied for a job and got it as the district manager for a small little memory board company called EMC to run their Southeast sales. And I learned a ton of running the business and kind of carried my own little P&L. Of course, the EMC went on to become a $6 billion company. But I learned an awful lot and it prepared me. I wasn't quite ready to start the business yet, but I worked for a real toxic manager that forced my hand. I came home one day and I said to my wife, I can't take it. I'm going to go ahead and start the business. And at that time, she was pregnant with our second child. We had just spent our life savings on a home edition, and I was recovering from an accident where I had broken my back. She looked at me and said, "Are you out of your mind? Now you want to start a business?" Here's my lesson to you. There's never a good time. There's always going to be an excuse when you don't want to run or start your business. There'll always be those excuses. But I knew I wanted to do it and I knew I could. And I had that determination. I didn't care what my circumstances were. I developed a plan. I was going to be a short-term representative selling some other company's products for a while before I started my IT training company. And I didn't have to do it for that long. But I had that determination where I was going to make it. And the thing that you have to have if you're going to start a business is that. Resilience, determination, grit, knowing you could do it, belief in yourself, and then just take the steps. Prepare. Maybe you're in a position where you can keep your 9 to 5 for a little while. Prepare, but make no bones about it. Burn the boats. Get in there and go ahead and start the business. Because I said, there'll always be a time when you won't. So unless you have those qualities and that burning desire, you may want to hold back a bit, because starting and running a business, especially a bootstrap business, where it's all your own money or friends and families, no investors, it's tough. You have to really want to do it. But if you do, you can make it happen. The business I started lasted for over 22 years. We had great times. I made the Inc. 500 at one point, fastest growing companies in America. But I had a lot of downtimes too. Went through 3 or 4 recessions. So you have to have the attitude that you can make it. And if you have that attitude and belief, you can. And I wish you well and good luck.